Vaishnavas pray to their Ishtadev only, Radharani only. Hey Radhe, when will you teach me your service, your own seva directly? This is such a sweet thing. You know, you are requesting your Ishtadev to teach you directly what their own service. You don't ask this if you are a devotee of Lord Narsimdev, K. Narsimdev, you teach me your direct service. No. Lord Ram, oh, you teach me your direct service. Lord Vara, no. No one. But the sweetness of Braja is you ask directly your Ishdev, not ask, request, beg, day in and day out. Hey Radhe, when will you teach your devotional service directly, first hand? To desire Radha Krishna's service is something else, and to really be able to get Radha Krishna's service is something else. To be really able to get Yugal Sarkar's service, seva, prem seva, we need to know Yugal Sarkar thoroughly well. Who is Krishna? Who is Radha? What is seva there? We need to know these aspects very clearly. Like we have to pray the way the Acharyas have prayed. How do the Acharyas pray? One of the prayers is, Hey Radhe, when will the day come when you will teach me your service directly? See, there are certain services in Braja of Radharani which Lalita Vishakha can teach you. Some services Champak Lata can teach you. Some Tung Vidya can teach you. But there are certain services which no one on the planet can teach you, not even Krishna. No Sakhi, no one can teach you except one and only one. Our Ishwari. The thing is, it's a very deep question. Why will the Lord teach you directly his or her own service? It's very, very deep. The deepness is because until and unless they teach you this service, their Leela cannot. For 1 second, Leela cannot happen if you are not there with Yugal Sarkar. I will explain this in the further in the course. When Radha and Krishna are together, who is Radha? Who is Krishna? A male and a female? Na. Anand Ghan Vigraha and Prem Ghan Vigraha. This is Radha Krishna. Anand Ghan, Prem Ghan Vigraha, when they are together. So it happens many times that Krishna, out of unbearable ecstasy, he faints. He faints very, very frequently in Braja. The Lord faints very, very frequently in Braja. Why? Because the ecstasy is simply intolerable for him. It is overwhelming, tumultuous ecstasy. Why? We need to understand these things. When Krishna is with Radharani, just by the mere lifting of the eyebrows, mere lifting, not a big katash, not a huge glance, arrow-like glance, no. Just by the mere lifting, Yat Pranta Lesha Lavlesha Vigurnitena, Das Goswami says. Yat Pranta Lesha Lavlesha, love, little raise of the eyebrows is sufficient enough for Krishna to faint. The question is, why does he faint? The reason is, we have to know what is Radha. Radharani is Prem Swarupa. Prem, the highest level of Prem goes up to Mahabhav, and the Parakashta, the zenith of Mahabhav is Madanakhya Mahabhav, and Radharani is Madanakhya Mahabhav Swarupini. All the limbs, everything about Radharani is made up of Madanakhya Mahabhav. Without understanding this aspect of Prem Swarup of Radharani, we can never understand Radharani, we can never really able to pray from our core of our hearts. Why will you pray if you not understand then why Krishna faints? Because of the prachur, the so huge quantity of Madan Ras which Krishna gets out of Radharani's service, he is just unable to absorb all that. And because he is unable to absorb, he faints. And it is not a question of the lifting of the eyebrows or the katash. Mere remembrance of Radharani makes Krishna drown in ecstasy, unbearable ecstasy, because Radharani, the remembrance of her is also remembrance of the Madan Ras, the kind of happiness he is going to get. The mere remembrance of his eyebrows, her eyebrows. When Krishna remembers her, he simply faints. Sometimes there is a Sanket Kunj being told to Krishna that you come to this place for the meeting with Radharani. But Krishna is unable to, in the anticipation of meeting Radharani, that there's happiness of anticipation of meeting Radharani, even that is too much for him, and because of that he goes here and there and he forgets the way to the Kunja which he normally goes every day. Every day goes to the Kunjas, but because of an overwhelming Madan Ras which is going to get from Radharani, because of that such powerful ecstasy which he has not got by meeting, just by his mere remembrance, he just loses the way and just go here and there. And when Radharani is sitting in the Kunj all alone, of course with you means you, the Manjari, she is there with you, and Radharani is also very much in sorrow. What is the sorrow? That she is unable to meet Krishna. What is the deep part in this? It is not that she is suffering because she is unable to meet Krishna. She is suffering because she is not able to serve the Madan Ras to Shri Krishna, which Madan Ras equipment which she and everything she has made the Kunja so nicely. Because she is unable to do that, she is suffering unbearably. I am unable to crave Krishna Madan Rasa. And why Krishna lost the way? Why did he lose the way? Because he thought, Radharani is so eager to serve me with her Madan Rasa, but I don't know how to go to her so quickly. Because of that, thinking about that, I am unable to serve her unable to accept her Madan Rasa service. Krishna faints. It is not selfishness. There is nothing male or female about this Leela. Radha Krishna Leela is Sachidanand Tattva and Prem Tattva. These two huge tattvas, they are coming together. And whatever we think, it seems that they are suffering because they are unable to get that female or male. No. Because they are unable, Krishna is serving because he is unable to serve Radharani. What is the function, nature of Krishna? Tad vinodartham karomi vividha kriya. Mad bhaktanam vinodartham karomi vividha kriya. Krishna, for the happiness of his devotees, he does various pastimes. For happiness of all his devotees, he does various pastimes. And who is bigger devotee than Radharani? If a living entity has even iota of prem, a drop of, minuscule drop of prem, if a devotee has, Krishna goes mad after that prem. He goes mad. And Radharani is what? He goes mad after that drop, and Radharani is herself the ocean of prema. How much mad he will be for Radharani, just think. In Srimad Bhagavad, in dozens of places it is mentioned that if a person has prem, Krishna wants to take the dust of his lotus feet, wants to serve him like this. For a drop he is so eager, and he is controlled by the drop of prem. And what is the drop made up of? It is coming from that ocean only, the ocean of love. You might have heard of Gop Kumar's Katha. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, when Gop Kumar goes in the spiritual world, he meets Lord Narayan there. When he meets Narayan, Of course, Narayan is in Paramananda, very happy to see Gop Kumar. He says, I was waiting for you, where were you? But he was happy, but he did not faint out of ecstasy. Only Krishna faints out of ecstasy. That I will also explain. If I forget, do remind me. But when Krishna goes to Golok, when he meets, when Gopkumar goes to Krishna in Golok, when he sees Gopkumar, he just embraces him. And just by the mere embracing, he gets so much of unbearable ecstasy that he faints there, right there only. Because of that drop of love which Gopkumar has, because of that, by embracing him, he faints in ecstasy. We can very well imagine what happens when he sees Radharani. When he is seeing a person who has just got prem, he cannot tolerate that prem. And when that prem, he faints, the birds, his friends, the gopas, the gopis, they also start crying profusely. Seeing Krishna crying and in so much of transcendental ecstasy. In the spiritual world, no one faints, no Bhagavad Swarup faints out of ecstasy except Krishna. So to be able to get Krishna, to really speak from our heart, these prayers of the Acharyas are not meant to be spoken from the lips, from the heart. How can you say from your heart when you know the aspect of prem, the aspect of love, the rasa? Krishna is raso vai saha. He is a rasa swarupa. He is anando brahmano rupam. Upanishad say. He is a very form, the condensed form of happiness, bliss. And this rasa, rasyate aswadate iti rasa. And second aspect is rasyati aswadati iti rasa. These are two aspects. Rasyate aswadate iti rasa means he is like the honey which is being relished. Krishna rasa feature has to be understood in two ways. He is like honey which is to be relished, and he is like a bumblebee, the Brahmar, who relishes the honey. Rasa, raso vai rasa. Rasyate aswadyate iti rasaha. He himself enjoys. This topic is very vast. I will try to speak little about the second aspect of rasa, which is his bumblebee aspect of relishing the prem ras. What does he relish? What does he relish? He relishes only the prem ras. What else can he relish? He is everything anyway. So he relishes the prem rasa and he gets controlled, maddened as per the love of the devotees. The love is basically of four kinds. One is anuprema, other one is apekshadik, nyun adhik prema, other is mahan prema, and the fourth one is param mahan prema. Anu means the ordinary living entities, when they are doing bhakti, they also possess a very minute drop of love with them. The second is like Narad, Shiva, Brahma, etc., like Prahlad, Bhishma. It is higher than the ordinary, the love. The third one is Mahan Prema. It is of the Brajvasis. All the Brajvasis, they possess this Mahan Prema. And Param Mahan is Radharani, the oceanic prema, the form of love, the embodiment of love. And Krishna is controlled by the amount, the quality and quantity of love of the devotee. So when I was explaining in the beginning, we should pray, "Oh Radharani, when you will engage me in your service, when you will teach me your service directly." So Radharani teaches service to Manjaris directly, because this service, when Krishna faints in ecstasy, he cannot be revived by anyone other than the Manjaris. Sakhi bina e lila pushti nahi hoye. Pushti chode. Start kono na hoye. It cannot even start without the Sakhis. What to talk about pushti? Radharani when she is unable to revive Krishna from his transcendental swoon, Krishna, as soon as Radharani lifts her eyebrows, Krishna faints in ecstasy. And when Radharani is unable to lift her from his swoon, she requests Manjari. You are just thinking like, oh, he is just lying unconscious. Just think about it. If your husband or your friend is lying or your son is lying unconscious, what will your face be like? What will your heart feel like? You will say, if he is only one, hey, can you do something about it? He is just not getting up. I think his life seems to be gone. Like this, Radharani is just simply drowning in unbearable sorrow. And she is approaching you. See Leela like this, go into Leela like this. She is about to die, Radharani, because Krishna looks like he is gone. And it is not like some drama is happening. No, it is reality. Krishna probably might have gone. This is what Radharani is feeling. This is Lokik feelings, worldly feelings. He is not God there. He is just almost gone. And she is approaching. Hey, Tulsi, can you really do something about, please do something about Krishna. And what can this Tulsi do? If Radharani is not taught this Tulsi well in advance, what has to be taught? He can only be revived when the Manjari, she sings Madan Gan, very intimate, loving affair, a song, very intimate song about Radha and Krishna only. Who can tell about the intimate affair of Radha and Krishna? Who? Laika Vishakha cannot even enter. So how can he tell? The only person who can tell about this is Radharani. And she teaches well in advance. Where does she teach? She teaches in a gufa, in a kunja, totally secluded kunja. She teaches all these intimate songs. And just try to imagine what is happening. You and Radharani, both of you are alone. He is teaching you the transcendental Madan Gan. Who is teaching? Radharani, the embodiment of nectar. And who has composed the song? Again, Radharani. The song itself is nectar. And who is singing the song? Radharani. The song is nectar, the singing is nectar, and who is singing the veena? Again, Radharani. Nectarian song, nectarian words, nectarian singer, and the nectarian musician, and the nectarian artist. Who is enacting all this? Radharani only. And you are alone with her. The mere kataksh, the eye movement, the mere wink of Radharani's eye movement, it completely subdues Krishna and gives him unbearable ecstasy. And so Manjaris also enjoy the same ecstasy because they are right there when Krishna is getting all this ras. Where are you? Oh, right there. So what he is relishing? What are you relishing? Something else? That ecstasy only you are relishing. You are seeing all those beautiful movements of Radharani. Ashesh bhav dhira hir hare bhushite prabhut shad kumbha kumbhe gumb sustani prashast manda hasi churn purna sakhya sagare kada karishyasi hamam kripa katakshavayna purna sakhya sagare. She is the ocean of happiness for the condensed bliss himself. What is Krishna? Condensed bliss. And she is the oceanic happiness for that condensed bliss. Can you imagine what she is? Can you even fathom that? Why a person will faint? Because the ecstasy is simply inconceivable for Krishna. Radharani gives him so much of happiness which Krishna cannot even conceive in his dreams. Why? Because the rasa is Madan. Madan means Madhyate iti Madan. Madhyate, which completely maddens Krishna. How can something madden you if you have experienced that before that in your past? Krishna experiences everything which he has never experienced before. That is why the ras is Madan. Without understanding this Madan ras feature, we cannot do any service. She is teaching the song. Radharani is teaching the veena. Her her Vani, her lyrics, her enacting, her teaching, and the only person to be taught is you. You and Radharani. You have to pray like, when will you teach me your direct service? You have to know why direct service is needed. What is a direct service? And Radharani teaches like this, you need to know all the things. And then request her, all your chanting, day in and night, even in dreaming, when will you teach your direct service? Like this. And when a pure devotee speaks, a pure devotee has power of Krishna in his words. Krishna is right there in his words. Naham tishtami vaikunthe yoginam hrideshu va yatra gayanti madbhakta tatra tishtami narada. I do not stay in Vaikuntha, spiritual world. I don't stay in yogis' hearts. Where do I stay? Wherever the pure devotees sing about me, I stay there only. If when a pure devotee is singing about Krishna, Krishna is there. Can you imagine when Radharani is singing about Krishna, where Krishna would be? He becomes present right there, and he sees from the slit of these kunjas, Radharani is singing, and there is no uttariya, it is God. There is no shyness with the manjari. She is sitting casually, and Krishna is enjoying all the beauty from the outside. And when the song goes little deep, Krishna is simply unable to control himself, because he has to be present. He is not different from his words, from his name, from his vani, from his katha. Oh, he comes right there. Acha, what were you singing? Oh, Radharani becomes bashful, shy. Then she is take her wheel on. Oh, nothing. Then Manjari, Radharani tells Manjari to kindly re-sing the song. And when you sing the song, Krishna downs in ecstasy, and then they engage in their vilas. So when Radharani just has raised her eyebrows, this happens to Krishna. Actually, she even doesn't have to even raise her eyebrow very much. Because understand, the Madan feature is so important. She is made up of Madan Ras. So even without raising eyebrow, she is made up of Madan Ras only. Her natural Swabhavik eyes are giving unbearable ecstasy to Krishna anyway. You getting my point? Her natural eyes, without even raising, it is giving Krishna unbearable happiness. Radharani herself says in Prem Samputa, she says, Krishna thinks my life is like Sumeru Parvat, Sumeru mountain, very huge. And compared to me, the happiness of the love of other, even gopis, is just like 2-3 seeds. What is that? Can you imagine the difference between 2-3 seeds and Sumeru mountain? So Krishna gets totally maddened by the intoxicating happiness he gets. Actually, the intoxicator is getting intoxicated now. Krishna is a rasa personified. Raso vai saha. He is himself the intoxicator of all living beings. All the gopis, everyone, they get intoxicated by the beauty, by the happiness of Krishna. And this Krishna is totally subdued by Radharani's love. Because her love is like an ocean. He just cannot control it. This love is not something of a gender love. This is pure love. Pure love and gender love, there's totally different things. When 16,108 queens in Dwarka, when they see Krishna, because they use their intelligence and they do all their enchanting, playful smiles and sidelong glances towards Krishna. All the queens, they do. But they are not able to entice Krishna one bit. One bit. So if it's a male-female thing, then 1608, at least they would together be able to entice Krishna. At least an iota. But even when Krishna is with queens, he just remembers who? Radha, Radha and Radha. He can only remember Radha. He cannot speak Radha. It is explained in Kalpataru. that Krishna only day and night he just cries and weeps and just says one name. Hey Vrishabhanu Nandani, Hey Vrishabhanu Nandani, Hey Vrishabhanu Nandani. He cries and speaks Vrishabhanu Nandani, not Radha. Why? Because the moment he says Ra, he just cries profusely. When the pure devotee they sing, they chant Radha's name even on the planet Earth, they cry like anything. And when Krishna speaks Ra, he just cries profusely, he just cannot control, he just rolls on the ground, the crown jewel of all men. He rolls on the ground. He cannot say Dha. You can say Radha, he cannot say Radha. So the gopis, the queens, they cannot entice Krishna because their rati is samanjasa rati. It is not samartha rati. Achha, why Radharani is able to totally subdue Krishna? Her rati is samartha rati, samarth, powerful enough to be able to subdue Krishna. And all the Braj gopis they have samartha rati, but they cannot totally control Krishna. Only Radharani, because the highest limit of love, samartha rati, she can control, subdue Krishna. No, the queens of Dwarka, their limit goes up to Anurag, not Bhav or Mahabhav, not to that extent. And once in Lalit Madhav, Rupa Goswami explains that Daroka, he was telling Krishna, oh Krishna, Radharani, Rukmini is so beautiful. Rukmini is so, he was describing the beauty of Rukmini. Then Krishna said, look, Daruk, wait. Please stop speaking about all this. I am not attracted to the beauty aspect. I am attracted only to the prema. Krishna said to him, Ya desha roop matrena na hareo hari. Roop matrena, the form, it cannot hareo hari. It cannot purchase me. It cannot, Krishna, you cannot take Krishna's mind because of your beauty, physical appearance. It is only because of prem that Krishna's mind is being stolen. Krishna is himself Hari, who steals everyone's mind, all the gopis. But Radha is the one who steals even Krishna's mind. She is actually Hare Krishna, Hare. This is Hare, Hari, Hari. Hare is the energy of the Lord. What kind of energy? It totally subjugates Krishna in her love. This is the Hari, this is the Hare, how we should chant. We know she can totally subjugate Krishna, and then both the Premghan Vigraha and Sachidanand Vigraha, they are totally dependent on you. This thing also you know. It is not you are one of the 1 million dasis there. You are the only one. Without you, Krishna is going to die, Radha is going to die if you don't do that act service right there and then. They are going to die right there. One of the names of Radharani is Govind Anang Rajiv Bhanu Shrir Vishbhanuvi. It means that Radharani is just like the sun, the transcendental sun, which causes the lotus flowers of erotic desires of Krishna to bloom. She is the sun, and the lotus flower of erotic desires which Krishna has in his heart, because of the presence of the sun, the lotus flowers, they bloom. And because of that transcendental sun, Radharani, the erotic desires of Krishna, they bloom. Just by her mere presence. Krishna actually he never remembers even a single lady, even in his dreams, though thousands and hundreds and koti gopi, they run mad after him. But Krishna doesn't remember any of them. He only remembers Radha, and actually, please understand another thing, very, very important thing. Only because of presence of Radha in anyone's heart, Krishna goes to that devotee to accept the service. Whatever prema anyone has, what is that prema? It is just a drop of that Radha. Basically, Krishna, whenever he is accepting any service from anyone, actually is worshipping Radha only that time. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sadev bhajamyaham. Krishna is also worshipping. He is also a worshipper. Whom he worships? Radha and Radha alone. And Radha's drop goes into everyone and he worships him accordingly. This is so very deep.